everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing really well. Guys, I am so excited for this video because number one, I got pizza, and number two, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champs, and I am so excited. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. Guys, as always, if you like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe. Helps that YouTube algorithm, helps me get views and stuff. But thank you so much for your support, guys. Looking forward to this one. By the way, quick disclaimer, there's a possibility that this gets posted before the winner of my last video gets posted. So if you're seeing this and that's the case and you won the competition, fret not. You'll be in the next video, I promise. But that could happen, we'll see. And we'll talk about that as well. Alright guys, we have today Domino's, New York style pizza. I just actually took the thumbnail, but I feel like the thumbnail should have been like this. Guys, let's do it. I am excited. I'm going to try to lay this napkin out a little bit here so I don't make a huge mess. And bon appetit, guys. My emotions right now are just, it's a roller coaster, guys. Oh, I need another bite of that. That was good. My goodness. Wow, that's good. Whenever I'm hungry, I'm like, this may have to be a less talking video, but I do want to talk a little bit about the contest and about the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup final. So guys, yeah, if you guys watched Game 7, I'm currently filming this on Tuesday, so it was yesterday, last night. Panthers clinched the series in Game 7. They won 2-1 against Edmonton. Boy, guys, what a roller coaster of a series. Florida won the first 3 games. They looked dominant. Everyone thought this series was a foregone conclusion. And then Edmonton won Game 4, 8-1. And it was kind of like, all right, Edmonton, like, they weren't going to go down easy. They're a good team. And then they won Game 5. And then they won Game 6. And then now we're talking about potentially the biggest collapse of all time by the Panthers. Can you imagine? You go up 3-0. You have 4 chances to win 1 game, and you lose the next 3. And then suddenly it's a winner take all in Game 7. Guys, I was so nervous. Just the hours leading up to the game, I was so nervous. My stomach hurt because I wasn't feeling confident. I was like, man, the Panthers, they've been stinking the last 3 games. How are they going to possibly win? You know, Edmonton had all the momentum, and was still this sliver of hope of like, you know what? The Panthers did win the first 3 games, and although they've looked like crud the last 3, it's still anyone's series. It's game 7. All you need is a couple nice goals and just play some defense, and it's over. And guys, the Panthers did just that. They only scored 2 goals, but they were very meaningful goals. The first goal was by Carter Verhaeghe, and the second goal was from Sam Reinhart, and both of those guys hadn't done anything like the entire series. I think they both had 1 goal the entire series, and that's not going to cut it. So, the game started with a ton of excitement. The Panthers scored I think it was with maybe 5 or 6 minutes into the game, and they scored, and I was on my feet. I was jumping up and down. I was so excited. That's exactly what I said. What's that? The Panthers need to score first, because I think this entire series, the team that scored first won pretty much all the games. Guys, this pizza is fire. Domino's is Domino's, right? It's not gourmet pizza, but this is good. Now, I will say, this is not really New York pizza. This actually looks very, very similar to the regular Domino's pizza. The crust is a little bit thinner, which I don't mind. I'm so bad, guys. My wife is out of town. She left this morning. And the first thing I do today, well, not the first thing, but I go and get pizza after my workout. It's not fair. Right next to my gym, there's a Domino's 2 stores over. And me and my wife joke about it. We're like, can you imagine if we just left the gym and went straight to Domino's? Can you imagine? I did that. So, I just realized right now that the ceiling fan is going. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it for consistency, because I remember one person saying that it was soothing, and I personally like the sound. I actually love white noise when I sleep. Either a fan, I always have the ceiling fan when I sleep. If I don't have a ceiling fan, I like to have a tower fan, just a little bit of noise. And but yeah, guys, I went to work, did my thing, and then I went to work out. Did shoulder, chest, and tricep day. We did some bench press. We did some incline dumbbell press. We did some Arnold press. We did some tricep pull downs. I did some tricep pull downs. And I did some the overhead tricep, whatever that's called. And was that it? I think that was it. Okay, back to the Panthers. I get so off topic. So yeah, guys, the Panthers, they go into game 7. I have no confidence. I'm like, guys, it's over. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, I'm going to be so bummed if they lose, you know? I'm going to be so bummed. And listen, guys, I am no stranger to my team losing in the playoffs, specifically in the championship. Last year, the Panthers got their butts kicked in the Stanley Cup Finals by Vegas in 5 games. I mean, they got their butts kicked, so I'm not even going to say much about that. The 49ers lose in the Super Bowl. The 49ers have lost in the Super Bowl 2 other times that I've seen. You know, so I've seen the New York Giants, the San Francisco Giants win. I've seen the Golden State Warriors, so those are 2 teams I like. But it's been a while. The Giants was 2010, 2012, and 2014. They won all 3 years. And, which was insane. And then the Warriors had that stretch, you know, when they played the Cavaliers every year. And I think it was 2015, 2017, and 2018, I want to say. I think they won those 3 years. So, yeah, guys, I was starting to think I was cursed, you know, that like my team will never win a championship, whatever sport it is. So I just couldn't envision, you know, sometimes when you want something, you envision it, you're like, I can see it happening, I think it's gonna happen. I just could not visualize the Panthers winning that game, you know. It just, to me, I just visualized Connor McDavid winning the Conn Smythe Trophy, which he did. You know, Edmonton celebrating, and then I wasn't going to be able to watch SportsCenter for the next week because I can't stand to see like highlights of my team lose, you know. When the Panthers win, I'll watch replays on YouTube, like over and over. Oh, my wife is texting me. I forgot to tell her that I'm filming a video, so she thinks I'm ignoring her, but I'm like, I don't want to stop the video to like text her back at the moment. I'm like, alright, baby, you gotta wait like 10 minutes. One of the issues for the Panthers was their defense, which was like the best in the league, was not so good the last few games. They were giving up a lot of breakaways, a lot of what's called odd man rushes in hockey, where like you have 2 guys, you know, maybe the Oilers have 2 guys and they're barreling towards the net with the puck, and then the Panthers only have like 1 guy on defense. So that's an odd man rush. There was too many of those. And Bobrovsky, the goalie for Florida, was not stopping them. Every single breakaway was getting by him, including Game 7. So after the Panthers scored the first goal, I was on top of the world. I'm like, you know what, we're gonna win this. And I think it was like 2 minutes later, Edmonton scored and tied it up on a breakaway goal. So good, guys. Let's go for this big boy slice. Look at that. This should have been my thumbnail. No, it's too late. I already made my thumbnail. I know Domino's gets a lot of hate It's not all that, but it tastes pretty freaking good, and it's very inexpensive. Like, getting a pizza at the place there's a few places my wife and I really like. For example, one of the places, I think a large pizza is like $25-30, and it's really good. But Domino's, they have the carry-out deal for $8. You get a large one-topping pizza, and then for like $1 more, you can they'll give you a gold block with it, and a Rolex watch. You know, it's like, it's so inexpensive. You're like, is this even food? But I think it's good. I just always kind of don't feel so good after I eat it, which I tend to find happens when like foods are really fatty. It kind of messes with me a little bit. Buzzing from the compressor on the AC. Sorry guys, this is going to be a noisy video. I turned the temperature up so it wouldn't go off, but I guess I didn't turn it up enough. Summers in Florida, guys, like, the AC is just going all day because it is warm outside. It's just so warm. My wife and I like to open the windows, let some air in, you know, but it has to be like early in the morning, because once like noon comes around, it's so hot, it's so humid. Like, opening the window for 20 minutes, like, your house turns into a swamp. It gets like humid in there, it gets hot. That's one thing I miss about California, is that even like in the summertime, the nights would be cooler. So you could like open the window at night. It'd be a nice like cool breeze. I love cool breezes. Florida in the winter, you get some nice cool breezes, but in the summertime, there is no cool breeze. If there's a breeze, like, because it's near the beach, you'll get breezes. They're like warm air, you know. But yeah, guys, so the Panthers, it was 1-1 for most of the game. And then the Panthers scored. Sam Reinhart scored a really nice goal with like 4 or 5 minutes left in the second period. And it was big because it was like, okay, great, cool. Like, now let's just make it to the third period, up 2-1, and then all you gotta do is hold them for one period. And that's what they did. So, and then the third period was just basically the Panthers playing really good defense. Edmonton definitely had some chances, but Florida did a really good job in Game 7 of containing Edmonton's stars. McDavid didn't score. Draisaitl didn't score. Their only goal was from, I don't even remember the guy's name, but he wasn't like one of the top guys. But I'll tell you what, guys, that was a great series. It was, I mean, one for the record books, and this was truly easily the two best teams in the NHL. I mean, Edmonton is insane. They're so polished. Like, Florida is really, really good, but Florida is like really scrappy at times, you know? You have guys like Kachuk and some of these other guys like Evan Rodriguez is like these kind of little scrappy, like they don't do that much on the scoreboard, but they're just, I mean, these guys are banging into people. They're just making plays. I mean, hockey is such a crazy sport because most of the time the puck is just loose and you're just chasing after it and knocking people out of the way. So to me, Edmonton was such a professional team. Like, they were like, their passes were always perfect. And I mean, they're just like, Edmonton's very like suit and tie, you know, corporate. Like, they do it by the book and they kill it, you know. And then Florida is like just so scrappy. They have all these great players that like were not performing. But that's what's crazy about Game 7 is that it just takes one game. It's just one game. You score that big goal, 2 big goals. That's it. So, yeah, guys, it was really cool to see the celebration. And oddly enough, I was working today, and I see all these videos on social media that some of the Panthers players were over by the beach in Fort Lauderdale, and they had like the Stanley Cup. I don't know if it was the real cup or not. I can't imagine it was, but every indication tells me. I mean, either that or they just bought a big fake plastic Stanley Cup, which I can't imagine why they would do that. So I don't know. Well, but there were clips of Matthew Kachuk in particular. He seemed to be the main culprit. He had the Stanley Cup. He like jumped in the ocean with it. They were like pouring beer into it and like pouring the beer over the balcony and like into people's mouths that were like on the street level. And I was just like, oh my god, it's so ridiculous. People were drinking out of the cup. It was so funny. And meanwhile, I'm at home, like, you know, working, and I'm watching this. I'm like, dude, I didn't know this was happening. Like, I want to go see the players. You know, people are taking pictures of the players and stuff. So, the parade is coming up in a few days, so I do want to go to that. Chugging this water, man. Alright, we got one slice left. One little slice. So we'll finish it up, and I'll finish up whatever thoughts I have. Oh, well. Anyway, let's go Panthers. Amazing stuff. If you're an Oilers fan, you guys are probably going to win next year. Your team is insane, and I 100% thought you were going to beat us. So, amazing. You guys have an insanely good team, and I do not want to face you again, like, at all. So, congrats, Panthers. And I'm hoping that come February, I'll be having the same discussion about the 49ers. So, let's finish up the last slice of pizza, and I'll talk So, in my freeze-dried candy video, I did the contest where whoever gives me the best, or gives me my favorite answer for what is your ideal superpower, they would get to choose the next video. And as I said earlier in this video, there is a chance I will post this before the next one, just because I'm so excited about the Panthers and I want to just mention that. And then my plan is to basically make my decision tonight on the winner, and then I'm gonna send a comment. I'm gonna respond to their comment and say, hey, you win. What video do you want me to do next? And I'm probably gonna message one or two other people, like second and third place, just in case the person doesn't see my comment. If for whatever reason, I'll just choose the next person. And for the next time we do this, I want to figure out a better way, because I don't want to have to chase you guys down, sending you a comment, waiting for you to respond. I don't know if you'll see it or not, so maybe a little more thought on my part. Because that was really fun. I love seeing your guys' comments. Your answers are amazing. There's some really, really good ones. Super creative, super thoughtful, some of them are very emotional too, whoa. So I love it, guys. I'm gonna have a winner picked soon. And actually I got a lot of comments. I was shocked. So I'm looking forward to announcing the winner. And I'm just brainstorming how I want to do it and everything. But anyway, a lot of times my first iteration of everything is kind of like my first version of every idea I have is always a little bit rough. So it needs that refinement. I wonder if I was to just sit here and it's a random thought. If I was to do a video and just sit here like this with an empty plate and just stare at the camera, and every once in a while just be if I did that for 20 minutes, I wonder if I would get more likes than a regular video. I should totally just try it just to troll. Just film a video where I'm just that would be funny. Guys, a successful eating mission. I'm full, I'm happy. I don't hate myself that much. And we got to talk Panthers, we got to talk the contest. So, once again, congrats Panthers. Congrats if you're a Panthers fan. And if you're an Oilers fan, like I said, you guys are probably going to win next year because you're really good. And, guys, as always, you're the best. Thank you so much for watching. And, you'll have some updates from me soon. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.